And it has been a difficult week for those who work in the news industry, as that Central Florida community is mourning the loss of that TV reporter, Dylan Lyons. Up with KREM's Tim Pham has more now on a death that actually impacted one of our own station's reporters as well.
Well, this story has been really difficult for our staff to process, and especially difficult for one of our reporters at KREM 2 who actually just transferred from that news station where those two men worked at. Brandon T. Jones is joining us now, and Brandon has actually been on paternity leave. So Brandon, first of all, thank you for joining us. And let me first start off by sending my condolences for the loss of your former colleague. How have you been processing all of this?
It's kind of just a scary situation. I think as reporters, we always go play that situation out in our heads when we're out, covering a crime scene, and you really don't know what to say at the time. You don't know what to feel. You are like kind of at a loss for words, honestly.
Tell us a little about Jesse and what your interactions were like with him.
Jesse Walden, he's a good guy. He is one of those people that I'll always remember. We worked together every single weekend. He just overall was, a person who I felt like we connected a little bit because we were spending so much time together. We would have conversations about pretty much everything, whether it's conversations on the latest deals or what movies are in the theater at the time. I always felt like I learned something from Jesse every single time we connected. Jesse Walden, I mean, that guy is someone I'll always remember, and I'm going to stay in touch with him and stay connected with him, for as long as I can, because he's someone who had an impact on my life. Sending all my best for him and hoping he's doing okay.
Yeah, that's beautiful, Brandon. And again, we're so sorry for your loss, and we are going to continue praying for Jesse that he makes a speedy recovery. And again, thank you for joining us here on the show.
Absolutely, thank you.
And as we continue to mourn that loss, we do know that his sister has set up a GoFundMe to cover her brother's funeral costs. We're talking about the reporter who was killed. So far, the page has now passed its goal of $25,000.